I know we had already heard big things about Rio Ngumoha when we got that coup from Chelsea. I remember they, as a football club, were so annoyed that we were able to convince him to come to Liverpool Football Club. He still hasn't signed that professional contract. And I think the more we see him in preseason, already against Preston in that first half, I remember for me, he was our brightest spark. But today was a different level of opposition. We were up against AC Milan, obviously Champions League level. He was up against an England international in Tomori on many occasions, and the way he lit up that left wing, every time we were, got the ball, we were in possession in that first half. I just wanted us to play on towards that left wing because I felt like if Rio was on the ball, something would happen. And, for example, I'll look at someone like Ben Doak, who's a very exciting young talent, but I feel like Rio's even a step further. Let me know if you disagree, but a little bit of a step further in development where I felt like not only is he just beating his defender 1v1, but then I felt like he was doing something productive with it in terms of his crossing, and it's true credit to AC Milan today. We lost 4-2. They defended really well and they were lethal on the counterattack, but I still felt like Rio caused them major issues in that first half. And I remember after that first half, I just wanted Rio to stay on the pitch because he was such a joy to watch. And he really, he made me think of ballers back in the day that, play like street football, just for the vibes and they let their personality come out. For me, Rio really is someone that has that. And it's normal. I mean, to be fair, he is still 16. He's going to sign his first professional contract next month. He turns 17 in August. But yeah, honestly, seeing that performance just now against AC Milan makes me think this kid needs to be around our first team next season more often. And I'm not just talking about the domestic cups, the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. I think he should get some starts in those, genuinely, especially with Luis Diaz leaving. Maybe we won't sign a left winger and maybe he can be, a second option to Cody Gakpo as a potential option, but especially when I think about the Premier League, imagine, oh, look at the birds in the back. Imagine it's the 70th minute in the Premier League and the opposition is starting to tire out a little bit, or even the Champions League, who knows? And you bring on Rio with his pace, his fearlessness, and the way he just always wanted to take on his man 1v1 and beat them almost on every occasion in this game, against a level of opposition like AC Milan. Yes, it's preseason, but I think this is exactly what preseason is about. It's about, players getting opportunities that didn't get many opportunities last season. And I think Rio really has taken it, this preseason. There's still more games to come. I expect him to get more playing time. But genuinely, from the level of talent that we're seeing already, let me know if you think I'm overreacting and that maybe he, shouldn't be getting chances or he's too young, this and that. I genuinely believe when you showcase yourself in the way that he has, that you deserve game time. I don't care what your age is, And many people are, comparing him to Lamine Yamal, this and that. No one can be compared to Lamine Yamal because he's one of the star players for Barcelona with the weight of shoulders. From the age of 17, he's already in the starting 11 of the Spain national team, one of the stars. But one thing I will say is Lamine Yamal has this thing to his game where he's total confidence, and I think that can lift the team because it reminds you of when you were just a kid playing on the playground and you had that confidence about you and you weren't coached tactically to just, fit a system, but you just found joy in the game. And Rio, for me, can be a reminder for all of our players to find the joy in their game. And that's what I saw today against AC Milan, But, yeah, guys, let me know what you thought of his performance. Whether you say his name Rio Ngumoha, I'm not exactly sure. We can just call him Rio. That's easy. But I really thought he was the standout, from the game today. Yes, it was incredibly exciting to watch Florian Wirtz make his debut because, from the Stoke game, yes, he started in that one, but we only got to see extended highlights. This time around, we got to see him play the first full half, and there were moments where he just, found space and he glided through that pitch and it was beautiful. It's only the start, but you can tell he's going to be a star. I mean, he only just turned 22 and I can't wait to see more of him. But still, Rio, for me, is more, not a surprise, but I think the Preston game and especially this game, because again, the level of opposition matters. I think he's set to slot. I need to be considered as a serious option this season, as a serious option because age shouldn't matter. Like I said, he turns 17 next month. I want to see him get more games. And for me now, the rest of preseason, I can't wait for him to get more opportunities because that for me, the what I'll remember from that Milan game, if I think back maybe in 6 months' time, is his performance in the first half and the way he twisted some of those AC Milan defenders who did play very well today, and that's one of the reasons we struggled to, break them down. But but yeah, guys, let me know what you thought. Look at how beautiful as you can see right now, it's freaking sunny in Iceland, which never happens. So I'm gonna go on a walk soon after that, game. But yeah, as you can see, we're right by the ocean, and it is so calm. There's even some blue sky over there, which in Iceland, especially in recent times, is like an absolute miracle. You can't take days like these for granted. So, yeah, you really appreciate the sunny days here. You really do, and that's kind of what I love about the weather here. It feels like when it is nice, it's paradise, or you really do appreciate it. Where I feel like if you live in a country where the climate's always good, you maybe don't notice it as much. But yeah, anyways, you guys, I wanted to make a specific video to highlight Rio because yeah, for me he really showed that he's different to some other academy prospects, and we had heard, to be fair, I remember when we got that coup, we got him from Chelsea. I don't watch much academy football. I hadn't seen him play before, but I saw, academy experts in the UK saying this is some pickup from Liverpool Football Club, and that's why Chelsea were so annoyed that it happened. I believe they even didn't let Liverpool scouts come to watch their games anymore because I guess they were so scared we were gonna poach one of their talents. But that's something I feel like we've gotten really good at. Look at the way we picked Harvey Elliott when he was young. We picked up Trey Nyoni from Leicester when he was young. Yes, it's not players that are coming from our academy, but the fact that we're able to convince those talents that they will get opportunities at Liverpool Football Club, for me, it's a really good sign as to how the club is run at that level. Because it seems like it is a real coup. I could, like, if you're talking about, let's say Rio were to go in a hypothetical world, if he were to go on loan to the championship this season, I could see him tearing it up there, genuinely. But I think we will keep him around because he really can be a difference maker for us this coming season. But even you think about someone like Ben Doak, fantastic dribbler, fantastic in 1v1 situations, already part of the Scotland, setup. He went on loan to the championship, did very well, and now it seems like his price tag is, 20 to 25 million pounds. It looks like Crystal Palace are interested, Everton are interested. We'll see if he ends up staying or going on loan or even potentially leaving on a permanent. But that's another coup. Think about it. I think we signed him back in the day from Celtic for around £500,000, and now he's worth, apparently in the market, around 20 to 25 million pounds. So again, it shows how well the club is run behind the scenes. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think of Rio. And as always, thank you so much for the support. As you know, the goal is to keep daily videos coming on this second channel for us to have more of a longer discussion. And yeah, guys, I appreciate all the support you've shown already. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Ciao, guys. All the best.